Ely, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Nectar, and of course all the locally made Mermaid mattress sets.
Good Tuesday after a cold start. Pretty nice this afternoon. 63 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Much more cloudy tonight as we go into the overnight hours. We'll drop down to 49 degrees, so much warmer starting out on Wednesday than this morning. Wednesday afternoon, 65 for the high. And then Wednesday evening, we're going to have some pretty strong storms moving through the Tennessee Valley, producing about a half an inch of rain. That will last until late night, and then overnight will clear out. 52 on Thanksgiving morning, 69 and mostly sunny Thursday afternoon. Download the WRCB weather app, free for iPhone and Android. I'm meteorologist David Carnes for the Channel 3 Storm Alert Team.
All right, thank you there, David, for that weather update. Right now, your current vascular institute temperature standing at 61 degrees.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Discovery Outlet. Save up to 70% off name brand merchandise every day at Discovery Outlet. Locally owned and operated on North Lee Highway in Cleveland, next to Don Ledford Automotive. Discovery Outlet, where smart shoppers save.
Once again, welcome in here to the Mix Afternoon Drive for a Tuesday afternoon. We're actually going to be on our Mix TV site for a little bit right now, as well as we have an in-studio interview. Of course, the Mix Afternoon Drive is always driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. We're going to talk right now about a way that you can help out people right here in our own community that is in need. You know, one of the things we think about when Thanksgiving rolls around, we think about family, we think about the big meals we're going to have. But one of the things that you may not think about that other people right here in our own community do is maybe where you're going to have that Thanksgiving dinner. Where is home? What do you call home? Is that something that when you get up every day that you say, I am thankful for? I am thankful for my home and the place that I live and my family here with me. Some folks right here in Cleveland, you may not realize, but there's folks right here that need help, and we're going to tell you how you can be a part of that right now. Joining me right now is a priest, Kevin Rigdon. He is from St. Maria's Church, and they have a program called Cleveland Needs, and we're going to welcome him in right now. Sir, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic. First of all, just kind of get us caught up. How's things going there at St. Maria?
Slow, and we're plodding along. God is good, and we're continuing to meet in person, thankfully, physically distanced and with masks and everything. But I think our people are doing well.
You know, it's a thing right now more than any other time. I think church families are so important, whether you're meeting in person or doing it virtual, whatever way the churches are deciding to do that. Church families are very important. You know, you hear about a lot of people that are in need, some more than others because of loss of income and jobs and things like that. But a lot of it's just the social aspect. You know, church was a place we could always count on at least a couple of times a week, some folks more than that, to go and socialize and get the spiritual feel that you need. But we're having to do that a little bit less these days, it seems like.
It is.
But the churches are something that I think a lot of us are missing about now.
Oh, absolutely. Especially, you know, when you're a church like us, after every Sunday service, we had a common meal.
Right.
And, a lot of our people are missing that sort of fellowship after the church, you know, because it is spiritually uplifting. It is emotionally uplifting. And now people are feeling a bit more isolated. Even when services are streamed, it's the isolation of not being in physical contact with people.
Yeah, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. But we do appreciate those churches that is at least doing that as well. Well, Cleveland Needs is I think this is the second year that you guys have been a part of this. Explain this and how people can be involved and who benefits from this.
So Cleveland Needs is really a Facebook page. It's not an organization or anything like that. It's a Facebook page that connects people who want to give, who want to be a part of the solution, with agencies and ministries and organizations that have needs. So, for example, we've done work with the Caring Place. We've done work with this particular drive is for the Cleveland Emergency Shelter, the homeless shelter here in Cleveland, Tennessee. And it started last year as a St. Nicholas Day project for our children to participate in.
Gotcha.
And so they made little Christmas cards and little bags with some essential supplies. that are essential to people that we don't necessarily consider essential, like hand warmers and ponchos and things like that for the homeless people in Cleveland. And so our council wanted to sort of up the ante this year, because we had such a wonderful, abundant response last year. We had far more than our target. And so we thought we would try to do it again this year and be sort of bigger and better at it. So this year we're aiming to purchase 60 backpacks.
Okay.
All-weather backpacks, and filling those backpacks with essential needs for people at the emergency shelter and the people that they have to turn away. There are only 45 beds at the Cleveland shelter now, and our goal is to outfit 60 backpacks with things like hand warmers, gloves, waterproof blankets, lip balm, gaiters, for warmth and for COVID safe stuff. And we're reaching out to the community to help us do that.
Again, we're speaking with our friends today, talking about a Facebook movement, I guess is the best way to explain it, called Cleveland Needs. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted, is kind of, I guess, the theme and things that they use there. We're talking to the priest here, Kevin Rigdon, telling us how you can be a part of this. The gifts this year will be, as he just mentioned, backpacks. Inside that will include waterproof blankets, those neck garters, rain ponchos, hand warmers, socks, gloves, and chapstick. To make a donation easier, y'all have even created a Amazon wish list, and people know how to use Amazon, that's for sure, right?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So tell us about that.
So the wish list has it broken down by item. You can donate for a backpack. You can donate for any of the specific items that go in the backpack. We also have gift cards, Amazon gift cards on that wish list. So if you just want to donate a flat amount, we'll use that money to fill out these backpacks. So it doesn't go anywhere but other than these backpacks. There's no overhead. There's nobody else is getting anything off of this. This is purely for the homeless shelter. And if you can't do much, that's okay. There's I think there's a $2.95 item, that can go in one of these backpacks.
Sure. So $3 or so, you're helping.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And if you wanted to, do a complete backpack, I think a complete backpack works out to be about $45.
Wow.
And that is really, really cheap for some really essential items.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, we're talking about Cleveland Needs. It's a way to help our friends here in Cleveland at the Cleveland Emergency Homeless Shelter. Again, I mean, unless you've been in that circumstance, you just don't, I don't think you could really grasp it. You could say, well, I feel bad for those people going through that experience. But until you probably have experienced or worked with those people, like I'm sure your ministries have, you just don't really know what it's like to be homeless. I mean,
right.
That's just a word that don't even sound good to say.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's really, there's a writer in the 4th century, a Christian writer named St. John Chrysostom, who said, the rich exist to help the poor, and the poor exist to save the rich. And this idea that Christ gives us in the 25th chapter of Matthew of clothing the naked and feeding the hungry and everything like that, most of us don't know what it's like to be homeless, or will ever know what it's like to be homeless. And that we should thank God for that.
Absolutely.
Give thanks to God for that. But we should also give thanks to God for the opportunity when we see someone who is homeless to share out of our abundance, right? Because most of us have an abundance. We may not consider it an abundance, but most of our needs are met. We can pay our light bill, we can buy our groceries, and we can do all of these things. And it only takes just a couple of dollars to help somebody who has no home, who has no electricity, who has really has nowhere to lay their head. And you know, in terms of Christianity, our Lord said, you know, inasmuch as you do it to the least of these, my brethren, you do it to me. And I'm hopeful that more people will recognize that they have $45 to donate to Christ,
Right.
or $3 to donate to Christ. And so we're trying to make this as available as we possibly can.
Again, we're talking with our friends here, talking about Cleveland Needs, a way that you can help the Cleveland Emergency Homeless Shelter this year by gifting a backpack with different items that's inside. I guess just as we close here, just tell people where they need to go to get started. It's
our administrator for this has made it incredibly easy. All you have to do if you're on Facebook is search for Cleveland Needs.
Okay.
And it's a public page. You can like it, you can follow it, and anytime that there's an organization that needs something, whether it's for their personal use or for the people that they minister to, we blast that out. We post that out, and you can.
Austin's got it on our Mix TV page there now as we're scrolling through. Yeah, there's unfortunately right now there's a lot of needs out there.
There are.
Yeah,
there are. You can only do what you can do.
Right, and you can get overwhelmed with trying to figure out what you could do, and I know this is something that people may say, you know what, I want to help the people right here. I know there's ministries all around the world that people need help, and I'm sure some that you guys are involved with yourselves. But no better way than to help a neighbor that is literally someone that you probably pass by
on a daily basis.
On a daily basis,
yeah, absolutely.
That you just don't understand what they're going through.
That has been our focus.
Yes.
So all of our charitable efforts are in Cleveland, Tennessee. So everything that we do is rooted in the city that we are a part of. There are bigger and better organizations that spread to worldwide.
Sure.
But we need to look out for the people in our own backyard.
That's good information. Well, thanks so much for coming in here and talking to us about this information. Again, on the Facebook page, you can find Cleveland Needs, and you can be a part of this. And sometimes it's just a matter of getting the interest, getting the spark.
Absolutely.
To ignite that fire, to get people involved. And what a great time to come in for this need, because, again, as we plan for Thanksgiving, a lot of the Thanksgiving revolves around a home. I mean, we don't, it's kind of like getting the cart before the horse. If you say, I'm going to plan my Thanksgiving dinner, and then you go, where am I going to have this Thanksgiving dinner at? I've got no place to have it.
Right.
That's never a thought that we have for most of us. We always plan that dinner. We know it's going to be either at your home, another family member's home, a parent's home. It's never a thought that enters your mind.
Right.
But these folks that are at the emergency homeless shelter, they need your help. And this is a great time of year to bring the family together. And, maybe do without one present this Christmas.
Right.
Maybe get the kids involved where they know that they have the heart of Christ. You've got to open those children's eyes up to that.
Absolutely. And get the children involved.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And maybe not even, forego a present. Just forego a cup of coffee.
There you go.
Something as small as a cup of coffee.
Yes, you do that 5 days a week at $3 or $4 a pop, which we're not condemning that, folks. It's just you do that for a week.
I do love coffee.
Yeah.
And
do that for a week, and you could make a difference in someone's life.
Yeah, but forego one this morning and donate, and it's a beautiful thing.
Well, thanks so much for coming in, letting us know about this, and we appreciate all the work that you guys are doing in the community.
Oh, thanks be to God.
All right, so there you go, folks. Go to the Facebook page, Cleveland Needs, and you can help out there. Going to get you to the music right now with the Backstreet Boys on Mix 104.1.